Hi, this is Draven with Rock Singing Lessons. I'd like to talk to you about warm-ups. So, doing vocal warm-ups. One of the fundamental things is hydration. Honestly, before any performance, before recording, before even just doing workouts with your voice, you really want to make sure you're hydrated. You've drank plenty of water. That's one way. That takes 20, 30 minutes to get through your system, to get to your vocal cords. You can also use something like Singer's Saving Grace, kind of coat your vocal cords, throat coats, something like that. And I like to use a sprayer. I like to use like maybe a personal steam inhaler. Find that warms up the throat and puts direct moisture into the vocal cords. Like using that for like 10 minutes is awesome for at least an hour and a half afterwards. Like you just feel completely hydrated. You can also use like a little spray mister and kind of breathe it in. Like I use that during performances a lot too. If I feel like I'm drying out, I'll just spray that and try to breathe in the mist, because that's directly on the vocal cords too. But you still want to be drinking plenty of water, especially if you're performing and sweating. Another thing is using tracking is a really good thing for warm-ups. And you can do this all the time. So tracking is humming while buzzing the lips. Hum through songs. Try to do sirens with it. Or you're just buzzing the lips. I've seen it done with a straw, and that's even better because the straw puts extra pressure back on those muscles to where when you do sirens and you like do different humming through different songs or whatever, it pushes back on the muscles and stretches them out. Now I'm talking like a stirring straw, not a drinking straw. That's too big and there's too much air pressure going out. So using something like a stirring straw like you would find at a coffee shop, that pushes back on the muscles. You'll warm up a lot faster. It's great for cooling down the voice too. It's great for getting your voice back when you're tired. There's a lot of cool things about using the straw. And you just go through sirens and go through humming a song and you're good to go with that. Now, that's not to say that's all you need to do to warm up though. So getting through sirens, which I just mentioned, is more about that connecting the voice. I talked about it in another video, in the first like, fundamentals video, where you connect between chest voice and head voice. You're trying to wake up those muscles that help you do that smoothly. So going through those sirens from chest to head and back, or if that's hard for you, try it starting in head voice. Just try to smooth that out. Wake up those muscles. If you're not doing it smoothly, it's okay. Do it 5 times. You're decently warmed up. You still need to do some practice on the sirens, but you're just trying to warm up right now. If you're doing it smoothly, again, do it 5 times, and then you can move on to the next part of the warm-up. The next part, I want you to get into your mixed voice, especially for rock singing. Like you want to warm up for what you're going to sing. So getting into this, let's try a 5-tone scale. If you're going, and the trick is sliding between those notes, so you give your time to adjust the soft palate and get up more into that mixed resonance where you're more in your belting range. So like up here, trying to slide through those notes. And say if you know you're going to hit maybe a high C, and then work your way all the way back down so you can loosen up the voice again. So, and if you're having problems on those high notes, isolate them. We talked about that in another video too, where you can sing it, say that C, it's just a little bit hard. Isolate it. Sing it in a head voice note and then add in the chest voice muscles. If you can do that. I actually talked about that in another video on how to get that down. And we go over it in much more detail in a lesson to get you able to control those separately. Now, after doing that, like warming up into your mixed voice, you can try some octaves and like letting the voice move back, move deeper into the soft palate, changing your vowels a little bit to follow that, where you're going, or just going up to that top note and kind of staying there and trying not to overstrain that note. Try not to yell it. So lower the volume, relax. So let's be more for women. Now you can get up into the soprano range with that. So working through that octave. If you know you're going to be singing that note, definitely warm up to it. Maybe warm up a note or two above it and get comfortable with that. And once you start to feel comfortable there, take a little time to cool down. Maybe go back to tracking and hum through a song. Allow yourself to relax, and you should be good to go for a performance. Now, if you have problems with any of this, or it's still a little difficult for you, take a little extra time through each of those exercises. Do it all again if you have to. But I want you to be relaxed and singing to be easy for you for when you get on stage or get in front of that microphone in the recording studio. Okay? So sign up for your first lesson below. Get in contact with me if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.